Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I've been spending a lot of time grinding out the American heavy cruiser line, stuck on the Pensacola, and I just had to feel better about myself. Yeah, the Pensacola, that floating citadel. This is a game in my Clemson. Decided to break out the old Clemson and see what I could do. This is on the map Solomon Islands in domination mode. Each team has 3 destroyers, 3 cruisers, 4 battleships, and a carrier. This is a carrier battle. Alright, so it is a Tier 4 fight. One of the few Tier 4 fights out there. Alright, turn down my volume just a little bit. So we're going to spawn on this southwestern flank. I'm going to head for A, because that's my job as an American. I have the Langley down here, a Katori, and a Nishizuchi. Now when you're playing this map, it's a fairly balanced map, but it's one of those that you're either going to love or hate. As I spawned, I kind of momentarily lost myself. You know, I don't know, maybe somebody ran a microwave and forgot who I was for a while. But, yeah, start heading in toward A. Now, my goal here, I want to head into A, but I'm going to head into the more, the lower half of A. I want to approach it so as not to be automatically up toward that corner. That's a dangerous corner. And on this map, when you play this map, you really have to watch out for those corners. In the B cap, right about where our walkie-talkie is, and then on the exact opposite corner, there's a couple of little spots there where you can kind of shelter and hide if you're in a destroyer, if you just want to cap it. If you look at B cap, I guarantee you the enemy has a DD that's on that exact opposite corner, and they're contesting that cap. A is not quite like that. Of course, C, you can see there's a little point up there. If you're looking at the mini map, you can hide on either corner there. But A is kind of way out in the open. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to head south. And, you know, I believe it was the Katori that shouted out to me there to get back. But, nah, I felt kind of comfortable coming into this corner. I had good visibility. I saw the Charleston, see the Dreadnought on the mini-map, and I saw the smoke screen pop. And I know, looking at my mini-map and looking at my gun sight, that smoke screen is outside my detectability range. So I know that by the size of the smoke screen, that is most likely an American. So it's probably the Clemson on the enemy team. So I know he's not going to give up that smoke screen very easily. So I'm going to just kind of play it cool, spot for the team, and wait for the cap to occur. So there's the Clemson. He's showing himself. I have a good shot at him, but I'm going to hold fire. I don't want to give up my position just yet. See, there's a Kuma heading inbound. Everybody's kind of crowding that Clemson smoke, and we just want to kind of chill out. I'm going to start to slow down. I'm going to pop smoke, start to reverse, and I want to lay down some fire on this Dreadnought, see if I can't light him on fire. And there it is. 4 pins, first fire. The Clemson is a great ship. Detectability-wise, at the tier, it's not too bad. It's not great, but it has the most amazing guns at this tier. The torpedoes, I do not upgrade. I leave the stock torpedoes. Reason being, on the upgraded torpedoes, there's a Kuma. I'm gonna start lighting him up. But on the Clemson, the upgraded torpedoes give you a 5.5 kilometer range. They do just a little bit more damage, like 1,000 more damage, 1,500 more damage. But they increase your reload time by 30 seconds. So I would rather have the 5 kilometer torpedoes, use them for ambush, and have a bonus 30 seconds off of my reload. So now I switched over to AP on this Kuma. I'm trying to get some citadels on that Kuma, but you can see we're just picking up a bunch of overpins. You know, hitting right there toward the water line. There's the torpedoes coming in. Not really worried about them. We have plenty of clearance, plenty of speed. That Dreadnought, though, is sailing in a straight line right for us. Not really changing his speed in, and he's kind of rushing right past a destroyer's smoke screen. Obviously, the destroyer's in it. Got a fire on the Kuma. I switched back to high explosive just because of those overpins. This really should have been our kill, but, okay. We'll take it. Look at that Dreadnought, man. That's a beautiful lineup. And boom goes the dynamite. 2 torpedoes, 2 floods, first kill of the game. Mr. Clemson is going to come out and join the party. I'm going to move out of the smoke screen and move out a little bit because I'm expecting more torpedoes to come in. We're going to lay down more fire on this Clemson. Remember, you don't have to be in your smoke screen to remain concealed. You just have to have the smoke screen breaking line of sight. There goes kill number 2. All right. So now we have a wounded Charleston limping away to the north. He's making a run for it. We know that there's a Wicks and B-Cap contesting with our Wakataki. Most of the enemy flank is heading up around C Point. Of course, you see the South Carolina. We have lost spotting. Oh, there's the Charleston. He's back. Never mind. So when you look at the mini-map, well, that Charleston's really hurt. Cyber Dice is about to go down. When you look at the mini-map, a couple of things you want to watch, especially in these lower-tier fights. You want to watch where you see aircraft appearing from and going back to. That's going to lead you in the direction of the carrier. Now, mid-tier, higher-tier carrier captains know to kind of like dogleg their aircraft on the way back to the ship, just to kind of disguise where they are. So, but lower tiers, you can pretty much, they'll make a beeline right back to the carrier. So we know that the carrier, and on these maps that the carriers kind of like to hide around the islands on their side. So we know the carrier's up in that area somewhere, around BC 2 to 4, somewhere up in that area is where I'm thinking that the carrier is. So we're going to start heading in. Now this Charleston is running from the torpedo bomber, the friendly torpedo bomber, and he's turned back toward us. So we're going to let him come in toward us, and we're going to finish this guy off. All right, going to turn, give him some lead. I feel fairly confident. Somebody else is shooting at him, but I feel fairly confident we're going to take him out. Look at those guns. Reload time is a little bit longer, but you just can't argue with those results. This salvo should have him. He put out the fire, and down he goes for kill number 3. Easy kill, easy to finish him off there. Thing to remember, I really don't feel like that was a kill steal because, it had been long enough since he'd been shot at by somebody. And a ship with 1 health point does just as much damage as a ship with 30,000 health points. So, take those guns out of the fight. That is perfectly legit. You don't want to straight up try intentionally steal a kill from an ally, but that Charleston had been out there for a while. All right, so if you look at the mini-map, something I want to point out to you. Look at the South Carolina up toward the north. Well, he was just white. His icon was white. That means that no one had spotting on him. That was his last known position indicator. So you look at him on the mini-map. He's white. No one knows where they are. If you look at them and they're an orange outline, that means that that's their current position. And it means that he's being spotted by an ally, but he's outside your visual range. There goes the Langley. And the Langley being solid now, he is well within our visual range. So that's kind of what those icons mean. And if you look also on the mini-map, you see the little circle right there in front of my ship. That's where the gun is pointing. That is my reticle. So you can aim at a ship even though you don't necessarily have line of sight on it. If you have one of those orange outline icons, you can use your reticle to aim at an enemy ship. I may do a video with some of that, just to kind of highlight how to do that. But it is an important skill, especially when you get into those cyclone matches. All right, so at this time, we are well ahead on points. We're ahead on ships. Somebody just went down. I missed that. But anyway, we are ahead on ships. I think that was a friendly that just went down. We're doing very well on this match. I'm eyeballing this Karlsruhe. I could technically shoot at the Langley. I may hit him. I may not. But I really want this Karlsruhe. He's heading right in toward us. He's about to cross the threshold into our visibility. So I want to hold fire as long as possible. And now we're going to start lighting him up. His guns are facing the other way, the opposite way, as he's trying to engage that Phoenix. He knows he's in trouble, and we're going to continue to engage him. Just give him a little bit of lead there. He's still engaging that Phoenix, ignoring us. We set a fire on him. This salvo should have him. And there goes kill number 4. All right, now we are well within range of this Langley. Langley's on fire. We're going to continue to just keep up the pressure on him. Just overshot him there a bit. Again, if you look at the mini-map where my reticle is, I'm putting it right on the bow of his ship. You can do the same thing if it's just an outline, if you have a friendly that's providing spotting. May get this Langley, we may not. Kind of doubt it. There he goes. Goes down to a friendly. Carrier is out of the game. Alright, so now we have the friendly Wakataki that looks like he's getting ready to set up a run on that Orion. See, the Orion is not spotted. Nobody has spotting on the Orion at this time. That's why he's the white outline. So right now I'm trying to figure out, okay, oh wow, look at that. There's the Orion, there's the Wakataki. Wakataki will not be spotted at that time. But torps are out. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that Wakataki is going to kill that Orion. So right now I'm kind of trying to figure, okay, where am I going? We have the Orion, the South Carolina, and the Miyogi. I am now aircraft detected. I'm not overly concerned about it right now due to my range. Yeah, good job, Orion. I threw out a nice torps to him. So, he's not dead, though. So we're going to try to engage him with guns, see if we can't help take this guy out. See, Orion can be a dangerous ship at tier 4. If I can hit him. There we go. He's taking fire from everybody over here. It's the problem with being the only guy on this flank. Oh man, we have more torps, and down he goes. Good job, Sun Tzu. In fact, I think I threw out a compliment to Sun Tzu at that point. Yeah, I threw out a compliment to him. So now we have a choice. We can go for the South Carolina, which looks like the Wakataki is going for him, or we can try for this Miyogi. Now the Miyogi is heading in toward B cap. The way that the South Carolina is heading, there's real no way for me to cut him off and ambush him. I like being an ambush predator in the Clemson. The guns are great, but if you can ambush with those torpedoes, they do hit like a truck. And he's steaming in right behind this Katori. So I made the decision here, throughout my speed boost, that I want to intercept this Miyogi as he comes around the corner there in B. So that's what I'm heading for. I got 4 kills. I would really like a Kraken Unleashed. And that Miyogi, Lenny the Fish, he is healthy enough that that could be a solid kill to earn. Alright, so Lenny has put out his spotter aircraft because he knows that we're over here somewhere probably. He's probably trying to get spotting. He lost the Katori. As we drive past Spanky 69, he sends out some torpedoes back toward the Miyogi, which are really, he could intercept. They're way off. I mean, he's not really going to hit anything, I don't think. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so my goal is to approach close to this corner. I'm going to swing out to starboard. He sees the torpedoes. Any good driver, BB driver, is going to slow down at a corner like this. And I'm going to put out my smoke screen. I expect him to continue to slow down and then turn in toward me. I'm going to bait him with some gunshots. And here they come. That was actually the first damage we took during this game. Continue to hit him. So now, I don't know, maybe he thinks my torpedoes are on cooldown. But I'm going to give them all to him. And I'm going to start moving forward again as we lose spotting on him there momentarily. I want to move forward again just in case. Now, those are going to slam home. But just in case, I want to be able to come out to port and bring my starboard launchers to bear if need be. But we're not going to need to. Dev Strike, kill number 5, Kraken Unleashed. As the clock ticks down, that's the game. I'll see you post-credits. Yeah, I know I should be ashamed of myself, but I'm not. Seal tastes good. Alright, so we got the victory. 102,686 credits, 2,733 experience, 768 free experience. Picked up the Dev Strike, the Kraken Unleashed. 70,000 damage at a tier 4 fight. That's not bad. Let's see, 79 hits on targets, 57 of those being penetrations. 7 torps, 1 incapacitation, 5 kills, 4 fires, 3 floods, 1 cap defense, and 1 solo cap. Taking a peek at the team score there. The Wakataki actually outscored me, Sun Tzu. I gave him a compliment earlier. Look at that. Look at his emblem. He is experienced. We did pick up number 2, though. All right, so detailed report. Wrecked the Miyogi, the Dreadnought, finished off the Karlsruhe, the Clemson, and the Charleston. Significant damage on the Kuma. That should have been a 6 kill. And the Langley, we did significant damage to him as well. All right, of course, most of our damage came from those torpedoes, fires and flood. Well, fires. 3 floods, they didn't do any damage because the torpedoes finished them off, but 4 fires did decent damage at Tier 4. Potential damage, only 22,833. That's actually, it's not a big number. It's not like potential tanking a huge amount of damage. But that's actually pretty good in a destroyer because that shows how stealthy this ship can be. Just hold your fire and wait. 60 out of 120 cap points from us, 11 out of 46 defense points. And a peek at the credits and XP. There we go. Received 102,000, brought home 74. All right. Well, thanks for joining me today, folks. Sometimes you just have to do it. Remember to not ignore the lower tiers. They are a lot of fun, especially if you've been on a dry run, a dry spell lately, or just been away for a while, easing back into it. Break out the SEAL Club and just swing away. All right, look forward to seeing you in game, folks. Bye.